OpenAI have just launched a brand new images feature, which is an upgrade to building images with ChatGPT. It's pretty wild. I've just tested it and it looks really cool. So basically, Sam Altman just announced a few hours ago that image gen is launched in the OpenAI API. And basically, you can use this to build images with the API version of ChatGPT, and you get a lot more features. So for example, you can control moderation sensitivity with the moderation parameter. You can also control things like quality versus generation speed, background, output, format, etc. So let's run into exactly how to do this. So you can see the details right here. You can try it directly in Playground. This is the announcement from ChatGPT. And if you go to the images section of platform.openai.com, you can go to the Playground, go to the images section, and then start using it directly right here. So ChatGPT have said, when we introduced image generation ChatGPT last month, quickly became one of the most popular features. Over 130 million users around the world created over 700 million images in the first week. And today, they've said they're bringing the natively multimodal model that powers this experience in ChatGPT to the API via GPT Image 1, right? Enabling developers and businesses to easily integrate high-quality professional-grade image generation directly into their tools and platforms, right? So pretty cool stuff right here. If we go to the API, we can generate images inside the images section here. So you can go inside here and you actually get a lot more freedom inside the Playground versus ChatGPT. For example, let's say I'm trying to edit an image from ChatGPT, like a thumbnail like this one. Well, you can say, okay, change the text from insane update to new ChatGPT upgrade, something like that, right? And we'll do that inside, for example, chat, like you can see right here, and it will use the images feature. But typically there's quite a few bugs and it takes a lot more time to go back and forth. Now, let me show you exactly what it looks like inside the Playground. If we put exactly the same prompt here, we're going to upload exactly the same image, but you actually get way more customization over the process, right? For example, you can, number one, select all these different templates, like you can see. So these are pre-built in prompts, and you can actually save your own prompts inside there too. I'll comment on that in a second. Then you can switch between the size. So you can say portrait, landscape, or square, which is really good because inside ChatGPT, normally, if you're generating images, let's say this needs to be a square, this needs to be a landscape form, right? Like it's a YouTube thumbnail. But you can see that ChatGPT changes the image from landscape thumbnail version to like a square over here. No bueno. Whereas if we go inside the images section here, we can actually go to landscape. So we can select landscape as the default dimensions, and we can also change the quality. So if you select medium, it's going to generate a lot faster versus high, I think. And obviously if you select low, like that's going to be the fastest generation, but the lowest quality. But if you're just trying to get like a better image and come up with designs quickly, you could start with low and then press high once you're happy with the final design. Just ask it to upgrade the quality, right? So for example, if we say change the text from insane update to new ChatGPT 03 upgrade, we can also change how many images we generate at a time. So you can select, okay, I want to generate maximum 10 images rather than 5 or 1, which is really useful as well. And then you also get the timer here, so you can see how long it takes to generate that image. And if you look at this image as well, like literally all we wanted to do was change the header, right? So we just wanted to change insane update to new ChatGPT 03 upgrade. And what do we get? We get like this mess at the bottom, a square dimension image, right? And it's just not as smart. If we open up this one, you can see that it's done it perfectly, right? This is exactly what we wanted it to do. Obviously the quality is low, but you can upgrade the quality in a second. And then you can see it's actually, with the same prompt, created a much better version of the image we wanted to generate. So that's basically how it does, right? Johnny is saying, can you give us an image of a good YouTube thumbnail? So you can see, here's an example right here. This is one I'm using for this literal video. And then I1 Tara says, is 03 good at writing? No, I wouldn't recommend it. I would much rather use Gemini 2.5 Pro for writing or Claude 3.7 Sonnet. So essentially that's it. By the way, if you're watching the recording of this, feel free to join the AI Profit Boardroom and you can get weekly Q&As with us if you want to learn and ask questions in real time and make sure you don't miss these sessions. You can see how much better the outputs are inside the Playground. It is a huge update. Like, it's not just like you can do the same thing. It's like you can do much more. And also, here's the other thing as well. So if we go to the plus sign over here, we can actually add that to the prompt. So we can take the previous prompt and we can take the previous image and then save that down there. Does that make sense? So you can actually find the image from your library that you want to edit, click the plus sign, go inside the chat, and that will edit it for you. You can also, for example, click on the edit, and that will edit the prompt right there. So it's really powerful, and it just gives you much better results versus what you previously did. Then you can also view your history. You can clear your images as well. But yeah, good stuff. So there is an API for this as well. So if we go to dashboard, I want to see how we can build with this, right? So let's go to assistance here. Maybe we can create like a thumbnail designer. I want to go back to here and just see, can we actually use the API? So it's GPT image 1 is called. That is the model from the API, GPT image 1. So if you want to build with this, you can build using GPT image 1. I want to see how can we start using this? Let's have a look. So this is quite interesting. This is a new tool that's been built with Opus Clip. So Opus Clip thumbnail it's called. You can basically create thumbnails just by dropping a link to your YouTube video, right? So you can imagine all the tools that are going to come out when people start building with this as well. It's going to be super, super powerful. Canva are using it as well. I can imagine just creating images, especially YouTube thumbnails or static Facebook ads, imagery, etc. It's going to be much easier to do before we can start using it. They've also got a bunch of guidelines on how to generate images directly here. So you can see, for example, you can switch between the DALL-E models, but also GPT image. It does say on this page, it says responses API coming soon, but you can use the image API to generate images. And these are the endpoints for editing and building them. Honestly, I think for now, like from what I can see inside the models and everything else, it seems a lot easier just to use it inside the playground. And then you get better responses. But if you're trying to build tools with it, I can imagine the API is going to be super powerful stuff. Let's now test this out, right? So for example, if we take an example screenshot from one of my videos, we'll take this one. I'm going to grab the screenshot and then I'm going to go inside ChatGPT and inside here as well. So you can copy and paste images into the playground. We'll just compare them side by side and see which one gives us the better outputs. So I'm going to stick with just 2 images for now. And then we'll say, okay, make a better YouTube thumbnail for this. I'm going to switch the settings to medium just to make it faster. And then also we'll change the dimensions to landscape thumbnail and see what we get back. We'll do the same thing inside ChatGPT and we'll just compare which one gives us the best outputs. I think you're still looking, probably it's faster, number one, to generate as well. Look at that. So this is still loading right now. Whereas inside ChatGPT, inside the playground, is much faster, right? So ChatGPT is super slow, it's still loaded. We basically gave the prompt at the same time, but Playground gave us a much faster output. If we want to view it full screen, we can as well. And let's compare, is it actually better? I would say in many ways it is. Let's see if that fits as well into YouTube thumbnail dimensions. This is going to be interesting. So if we go into Canva, we'll just see, okay, does this work or not? We're going to stretch that out here. Yeah, it's perfect, isn't it? If we compare that thumbnail versus this one, it's very similar, to be fair. I think like you could get more creative outputs out of that, but still it's pretty decent. Let's have a look at the next version. So it's created 2 different versions, but I'm going to say, let's edit the prompt here and we'll say, okay, make it sleeker, more attention grabbing, more scary, etc. And then if we go inside ChatGPT, it's just giving us a square, isn't it? And it's also totally, I think it's destroyed Make.com's image logo as well. Look at the original. So that's what the original logo looked like. And they've just destroyed it, but really subtly. So honestly, like using the Playground version, the new update from ChatGPT for generating images, you can see there's a huge difference. And actually, this is nowhere near good enough versus this. So here's another version. Again, it doesn't change the logo, doesn't mess it up or anything like that, but it is working perfectly, which is perfect. Now, let's try another one. So I'm going to go in some of our examples here, and I'll take an image from previous thumbnails, but one with my face on, like for example, this one, all right? So we'll take that, we'll download that, and just take the current image. Now, if we grab that inside the chat, compare it versus the Playground, and then we're going to say inside here, okay, make this into a style image. I wonder if it's going to do it actually. It's going to be interesting to see this, see if it still does it. And then we'll do the same inside ChatGPT and compare the output. Here we go. So it actually did it. That's on quality medium. I think for this sort of image, actually, it'd be much better to set the quality as high. Again, you can see it has cut off the space there on the sides, which is no bueno in my eyes, to be honest with you. You can always go back and forth with it a bit later. Let's see what ChatGPT does. Again, it's in square dimensions, which doesn't make any sense, but I guess you'd have to change the prompt to fix that. To be fair, this time the output is actually better inside Chat, I would say. I'm going to edit this, and then I'm going to change this to quality high, and I'm going to say, make sure none of the text gets cut off on the sides. That one's pretty cool though. I'm not going to lie to you. Let's try another one now. So I'm going to take this image. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, let's take this one right here. So we'll take that, plug that in, take the current image. By the way, that is a much better output on high quality. Right? The text is still cut off, which is super annoying. But okay, better outputs. I think honestly ChatGPT won that one. So let's go back inside ChatGPT, use exactly the same prompt. We'll say our thumbnail. And then what do we want to change about this? So change to new insane images update. And then if we have a look here, we want to change that. So I'm going to put change GPT-4o to images. Everything else can stay the same, I think. So let's do the same inside ChatGPT here, inside Playground, sorry. So landscape high, see what we get back. You see how it's cutting off the text on the side there again. You can already see with the word insane, it's cutting it off. It doesn't like the word. This is taking ages on ChatGPT on the OpenAI Playground. Here we go, images update. Okay, I'm just going to edit that. We'll say fix this image. In fact, what I'll do is I'll download it, grab the download, plug that in. Say fix this image, add way more space on the side so the text doesn't get cut off. Same for this. By the way, the amount of money we save on design is absolutely insane now because of this update. Like, we used to pay a thumbnail editor, I think it was like $1,000 a week. And now we have ChatGPT AI images and it's doing pretty much the same job, but it does it faster. And also it can come up with new designs that maybe a human couldn't do because it's open to more possibilities. Pretty crazy stuff. That seems to have got more space here. So you can see the space on the side and you can actually read the full word, which is great. This is finished. Here we go. All right, perfect. Boom shakalaka. So let's scroll up here and that should be good to go for a YouTube thumbnail. Pretty nice. That is beautiful, isn't it? All right, we'll download that. And normally as well, just so you know, if you're trying to do this yourself, maybe you're doing it for Facebook ads or thumbnails, whatever, I usually use Canva just to resize and make sure the image is on the right landscape, right? So for example, if it's a YouTube thumbnail, I've got all my thumbnails in one place, and then it's quite easy for me to just resize any AI images using this process. So pretty cool right there. Which one do I prefer? I would say, I think for sure, this thumbnail is better, right? In the way that it's designed and everything else, but they're both pretty decent right there. Looking pretty good. So that is it. That's essentially the AI images update from ChatGPT. It is a game changer. The fact that you can generate multiple images at once as well is pretty cool. So we can flip between these and you can see here's another one that's created as well. And then also the fact that you can see all your images in one library. You can just go to the image section here. You don't need to mess around. It's plugged in with all your dimensions. You can create 10 images at once if you want to as well. And then also you got a bunch of templates here and you can attach like images and stuff as well. All of my best SOPs and my community for making money and saving time with AI, feel free to get that inside the AI Profit Boardroom. Link in the comments and description. Inside here, you're going to get weekly Q&A calls, so you can jump on the weekly Q&As, ask us any questions you have. They actually get recorded if you want to watch them back as well, as you can see right here. This also comes with all of our best SOPs, a crash course on how we've implemented AI into our business to make money, and also an amazing community of people that you can just post inside here, ask any questions that you have, and get any help that you need, all right? So feel free to get that link inside the comments and description. Additionally, if you want to learn how we take websites from 0 to 145,000 visits a month from SEO, feel free to get that link in the comments and description. Basically, we're going to show you how to scale your business and get more free customers, leads, and profits to your website using SEO. You'll get a custom tailored game plan that would normally cost you thousands of dollars. Plus, you can ask our world-class experts any questions you have live on the call. And this is based on what's working for all of our happy clients, like you can see right here.